Nicola Sturgeon has admitted that the SNP is working hard to break the system of proportional representation used in the Scottish parliamentary election in order to secure Scottish independence. Ms. Sturgeon said, "There has to be a simple majority in the Scottish Parliament of MSPs to support a referendum for there to be a mandate for a referendum. Obviously, I hope the SNP wins a majority, but there is a proportional representation electoral system to the Scottish Parliament, so that is not an easy thing to do. You are required to almost break the system to do it, but that is what we are working hard to achieve. A simple majority of pro-independence MSPs is what you need to secure the mandate for a referendum." Nicola Sturgeon outlined her preferred pathway to a second Scottish independence referendum during an interview with ITV's Robert Peston. Scotland's First Minister stated that rather than the SNP needing to secure a majority in Holyrood, the Scottish Parliament must have a majority of pro-independence MSPs for her to be able to continue pushing for IndyF 2. Mr. Peston asked the SNP leader, "So if there was a majority of you and the Greens, as far as you're concerned, that would be enough?" She replied, "Well, it's not as far as I'm concerned, that would by any objective standard of democracy be enough. The Greens support a referendum in the next term of Parliament just as the SNP supports a referendum in the next term of Parliament. So if together we had that majority for a referendum, then yes, by any standard of democracy. But yeah, I'm, as the leader of the SNP, it won't surprise you to hear, hoping that the SNP can win a majority in our own right, and working very hard to try to achieve that in the remaining days of this campaign." During the same interview, Scotland's First Minister outlined her planned timeline for IndyF 2. Ms. Sturgeon said, "I don't propose having a referendum in this moment. I mean, I have said quite clearly if I'm re-elected as First Minister, my overriding priority is the same as it has been for the past 12 months, to steer the country through the remainder of the pandemic and then to kick-start and drive the recovery. The SNP has put forward a manifesto in this election that is the boldest, perhaps most transformative programme any party has put before the Scottish people in a Scottish Parliament campaign. And then when the crisis is over, we should have the opportunity to decide whether we become independent or not. Because in terms of the long-term recovery, we have to be able to decide what it is we want to recover to, what kind of country we are seeking to rebuild, and whether we allow that to be one in the image of Boris Johnson and his band of Brexiteers, or whether we want that to be a country founded on the values that the majority of people in Scotland support.